Yeah. The Ukrainian investigator who would actually be part of this investigation in Iran expected to actually have any approval by the Iranian authorities to actually conduct their operation as a part of inquiry into the actual crash incident, and to gather the pieces from the rocket attacks that would be under suspicion at this moment. The actual investigator already mentioned that possibility. The goal is, in Russia, what has been already pre-made rocket system that could be in suspicion at this moment. And Moscow already delivered 29 different rockets from type Gol M1 to Iran in 2007. This type of delivery had already been conducted to convey 29 different rocket systems from the type Gol M1, which had been crafted by Moscow Technology and assigned directly to Iran in 2007. And they were a part of the deal that had already been signed off as a part of a deal between Iran and Moscow in 2005. That means Tehran and Moscow had already reached out an agreement, and that portion had been included in the signed up deal in 2005 to have a delivery of rockets amounting to 29 different machines, right? The Iranian government reacted so far with the absolute silence on the issue by not actually putting out an official statement or reaching out to Ukraine. And just several hours before, the actual air transportation authority had already opened up precedent and preliminary delivery of the actual circumstances. And from that point, the only mentioned issue was the mechanical defect. And from that point, the machine was completely burnt off to be uncontrollable shortly before this accident as a crash. And the machine itself was indeed inquired. And there had been a notification after a following of the machine. The aircraft was already tried to steer away from the destination to make a comeback to the very point they actually took off by seeking emergent landing. However, on its way, the fire already actually went out and it got completely smashed. And so far, there had been no confirmation to match this issue with the pilots to find any points of conflagration. And there had been no indication this accident had been connected directly with the pilots, which could have suggested any unusual circumstances left over by the signals that could have been actually sent to the traffic tower or control tower ahead of time to indicate unusual circumstances before the incident that led this plane to crash. So far, there has been no unusual signal that had been actually sent out by the pilots on the plane who could have actually notified something to send the message directly to the traffic control tower. But there has been no connection that actually signed off this type of recognition ahead of time by indicating unusual circumstances that could have been actually notified by them. There was nothing.